Once again, I'm Sato of Honda Motorsports Division. I'd like to express our deep appreciation to your continuing understanding and cooperation towards Honda's motorsports activities, and would like to thank you for your participation here today. I'd like to start by giving you the overview of our 2014 motorsports activities. First, the Road Racing Championship, the MotoGP. From Repsol Honda, which will aim to clinch the Triple Crown for 2 straight years, we have Marc Marquez and Danny Pedrosa, as well as the satellite teams riders, Álvaro Bautista and Stefan Bradley. In total, we have 3 teams, 4 riders. Official testing was held until yesterday in Malaysia, producing good results. We feel update heading into the season. At the GP Open class, which will kick off this season, HRC will supply the newly developed market model RCV 1000R to the single MotoGP class Japanese rider Hiroshi Aoyama and others. In total, 4 machines in 3 teams, as shown. In the Moto2 class, Honda will continue to supply to all teams as the only official engine supplier, engines that provide high and stable performance. Next, the Moto3 class. Here, Honda will supply HRC's newly developed machines to the riders shown here, along with technical support and others to enhance the team's competitiveness. Moving on to the World Motocross Championship, Honda will carry out its works activities as Team HRC in the 450cc MXGP class. A new works machine, CRF 450RW, will be introduced, and the rider lineup will be the same as last year. On the All Japan Motocross Championship, Team HRC has been racing in this category for the advanced development of the MXGP and to obtain feedback to our models in the market. The 450cc IA1 class lineup remains unchanged. And in the 250cc IA2 class, last year's IA2 class champion Toshiki Tomita has joined us and will race with Masami Tanaka. We'll aim to clinch titles in both classes and will accelerate our machine development. In the World Trial Championship, Repsol Honda will aim to clinch the championship for the 8th straight year with Tony Bow and Takahisa Fujinami. The works lineup is designed to make our top position in trial unbeatable. HRC's factory team has continued to participate in the Dakar Rally while we build up our lineup for 2015. CRF 450 Rally, which incorporates the practical know-how of races, has reached its final stage of development before market launch. Please look forward to the new model.
Next, I would like to introduce our main racing activities in other regions of the world. First of all, in Europe, Honda will participate in the World Superbike Championship Series with the initiative of the Genpo local affiliate Honda Motor Europe. In North America, American Honda will support AMA, Supercross, and other racing activities. And also in Asia, Honda's Genpo local affiliate will support each country's riders in the SS600 class of the Asia Road Racing Championship Series. And for the All Japan Championship Series, Honda's motorcycle sales company, Honda Motorcycle Japan, and HRC will support the racing teams in road, motocross, and the trial championship series and further reinforce these teams. And also in July, the Suzuka our endurance road racing in the World Endurance Championship, we will choose and promote the those riders who are active in Japan as well as internationally, such as World Superbike Series, while keep supporting Asian riders to participate in the 8-hour and 4-hour endurance racings. The details will be announced as these are fixed. And next, I would like to explain the Honda's rider development program. Well, since last year, Idemitsu Honda Team Asia has been deploying its activities to make Asian riders' dreams come true. SS 600 class champion Malaysian rider Azlan Shah Kamazwan will be there, and on top of that, Takaaki Nakagami will be there under the team director of Tadayuki Okada. And furthermore, last year, 20 riders from 11 countries, including Japan, participated in the Asia Dream Cup, which is the development program for the future Grand Prix riders. We will continue strengthening these rider development efforts by aligning each country's one make racing, Suzuka 2-hour endurance racing, which will be held for the first time this year, and the Idemitsu Honda Team Asia program. This year, Hiroki Ono, who is last year's Asia Dream Cup champion, will make an entry to Repsol CEV FIM Road Racing International Championship, which used to be called Spanish Championship. And also Kei Yamamoto, whose ranking was the second in the 250cc class of the All Japan Motocross Championship, will participate in the MX2 class of the World Motocross Championship. Honda support both riders' activities, try to make them the world-class riders. That's all about the motorcycle racing activities. Next is I would like to introduce the automobile racing activities.
As was mentioned by Mr. Ito earlier, Honda will start to race in Formula One beginning next year. As you saw in the images shown at the Tokyo Motor Show, the engine bench testing has begun on schedule. Furthermore, our R&D Center Motorsports Development Division has been moved to our new facility in Sakura, Tochigi Prefecture, and we are preparing to introduce new facilities to a European base in Milton Keynes, UK. We are making steady progress together with our joint partner, McLaren, headed towards the 2015 season. Next, the World Touring Car Championship. This season again, our works team, Castrol Honda World Touring Car Team, will participate with its drivers, Gabriele Talquini and Tiago Montiro. As for our satellite teams, in addition to Zengu Motorsports, we will supply machines to Pro Team Racing, bringing the total to 4 machines with an aim to winning the driver and manufacturer's double title. In the IndyCar race, American Honda subsidiary HPD, Honda Performance Development, will supply a 2.2-liter V6 twin-turbo engines to 7 teams and go after the engine manufacturer's title. The first Japanese who made it to the top of the podium last season, Takuma Sato, will continue to race this season with AJ Foyt Racing. Moving on to Japanese domestic racing activities in the Super GT Series, GT 500 class, prior to the market launch of the new NSX, the NSX Concept GT will be raced. Drivers are Vitantonio Livic, Jean-Carl Villeneuve, and Bertrand Baguette, and last year's GT 300 title holder Hideki Muto will be added. The tires are, again, Bridgestone, Dunlop, Michelin, and we will race with 5 teams, 5 drivers to clinch the double title of driver and team. As for the GT 300 class, there are 2 teams which will be racing the Racing Hybrid System mounted CRZ GT. Honda will offer support dedicated to racing hybrid. At Team Mugen, the former top rider at Honda, Ryu Michigami, will become executive advisor to support the young drivers so as to develop the young talent. In the Japanese Champion Super Formula, new chassis and engine regulations will be introduced this year. Honda will supply its new 2.0-liter inline four-cylinder direct injection turbo engine to the 4 teams and 8 cars listed here. And Luizzi, who will participate in the Super GT 500 class from this year, and Nojiri, who will step up from the 300 class, will be added to the lineup. We will give support to win both the driver and team titles.
Now, aiming at finding and developing promising, competent young drivers, Honda deploys the racing talent development programs such as Honda Formula Dream Project and Suzuka Racing School Formula. This season, we will support these drivers participating in the All Japan F3 and F4 racings. And from this year, Takuya Izawa is the driver who's been through the Honda's human development programs, and he will participate in the GP2 series starting from ART Grand Prix. This photo shows that Mr. Izawa in the ART is trying to do the seat fitting, and all the preparation has been smoothly proceeded for the opening race. Honda is also engaged in varieties of activities to promote motorsports by demonstrating its attractiveness and let the drivers be the world-class drivers in the races. And also, Honda is trying to show the charm of the motorcycle. So let me introduce what we are doing. Since 2012, we are holding the Honda Sports and Eco program, which incorporate both the fun element of races as well as environmental element by using CRZ-based dedicated racing cars. This year, Motegi 1.5 Challenge Cup will be enhanced to be 1.5 Challenge Cup by involving the Sportsland Sugo in close cooperation with the Mobility Land, which owns the Suzuka and Motegi circuits. Furthermore, we will support the one-make race of FIT 1.5 Challenge Cup, which will take place in the Suzuka circuit from this season. Also, as a participation type of motorsports, as our new engagement, we will start N1 Owners Cup, which is the one-make race of the small car N1 with the driver's license plate. The first racing will be the exhibition racing at the Suzuka circuit in April, and totally 8 races are planned in 6 racing locations. And there will be the 34th Honda Eco Mileage Challenge, in which each car competes to cover the longest mileage by creating the fuel-efficient car to cover the mileage in 1 liter fuel. And not only in Japan, but Thailand, China, and Vietnam, we are deploying the global activities with this challenge. Well, that's all about the motorcycle and the automobile motorsports activities of this year. For this year, I would like to have continuous support and understanding. Thank you very much for your attention.
Allow me to respond. Well, first, about Izawa, the fact that he's taking part in GP2. Well, with McLaren, there is the McLaren's driver training and also Honda's Dream project. And we want to collaborate the two. And as a result, Izawa is going to take part in GP2. Well, we are going to race with McLaren in 2015 in Formula One. And in line with that, we were thinking that we should definitely try to have Japanese drivers race in Formula One. And with this objective in mind, after going through consultations with McLaren, we thought that it would be good to collaborate in terms of talent development to make this dream true. So the first was Izawa. And, well, in the case of Izawa, in deciding Izawa, we had various candidates using McLaren Simulator and also going through the physical and mental testing. And as a result, we concluded, as a result of consultation with McLaren, that Izawa is the candidate. And in that respect, we can say that Honda and McLaren have looked into the details and are working together in such a concrete way. And this is the first success. Now, as for the future, we think that in the junior Formula category, we should be seeking such possibilities. McLaren is also already working on this. And in addition to that, our Honda Dream Project, if we can combine the two together in such a way, and if there is such an opportunity, and if there is a strong candidate who could be such a driver, we would definitely like to send that driver to the world. Now, about domestic talent development, Formula Challenge Japan, it was to end last fiscal year, but for this year, we want to transfer this to F4. And at Suzuka Racing School, as well as F4 and F3, All Japan F3, we want to realize such a step-up promotion scheme. That's all. Thank you.
Well, originally, it was a satellite, or each Genpo affiliate was participating in the race. However, we wanted more speedy, more flexible, more attentive development and operation was targeted, and therefore, works or the factory team was a choice for us.
Well, as for WEC WEC, well, in 2015, we're going to take part in the Formula One and make a comeback as a virgin supplier. And therefore, we think that it is right for us to focus on the hybrid development for Formula One. And therefore, we do not have such plans as you described. Now, as for NSX, next year it is due to be launched, but the GT class, whether or not we would participate in the GT class, I think that's the gist of your question. But under the current regulation, the GT class, we cannot race with a hybrid. And therefore, given this, we have to work with the organization putting together the FIA regulations, exchange information with them. And if possible, we would like to have an NSX debut. And together with regulation, we want to try to develop that possibility.
Thank you very much for a deep question. First of all, about the MotoGP and Superbike, you are right. There wouldn't be so much difference in hardware. That's the changes of the regulations. And they are not fixed yet, but the hosting organization and all the teams are getting together to discuss. However, basically, we believe as Honda, we would like to keep this race to show the new technologies. However, if such things is not required, and if it's a one make in an extreme case, and then, of course, that could be one of the scenarios. However, this is the World Championship, so there should be a new technologies and innovation which should be produced through the racing. And as for the Japanese riders' talent development, well, one of the activities is the Mr. Nakagami. Under the director Okada, he would try to get the title in the World Championship. The pinnacle, the success should be demonstrated, and then that could stimulate the bottom of the hierarchy as well. So the bottom skirt part, there are Asian Challenge Cup and so on, Dream Cup, and so successful riders would be a good trigger to nurture more and more Japanese riders. So that will be the first. And Nakagawa-san will be the first rider to be the example or the model for them. And Yamamoto-san as well, Fujinami-san in the trial. These are the sort of models for the young riders. Thank you very much.
これをもちまして2014年ホンダモータースポーツ活動の計画発表会を終了とさせていただきます。どうもありがとうございました。